Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they never take action. Think about it. How many ideas have you had that never turned into reality? How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow"? But tomorrow never came. The truth is simple and harsh. Success doesn't come from thinking, planning, or dreaming. It comes from action. And if you don't force yourself to act, your dreams will slowly fade into regrets. Your brain is designed to keep you comfortable, not successful. It will always find excuses. "I'm tired. I'll do it later. I need more time." But successful people don't wait for motivation. They move even when they don't feel like it. That's the difference. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates motivation, not the other way around. So if you're waiting to feel ready, you'll be waiting forever. Here's the reality. The first step will always feel uncomfortable. Whether it's starting a YouTube channel, working out, learning a skill, or chasing your dream career, it will feel hard at the beginning. But discomfort is a sign of growth. Every time you force yourself to take action, you break the cycle of procrastination and build discipline. And discipline is far more powerful than motivation because it doesn't depend on your mood. Start small, but start now. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for progress. If you want to create content, don't wait for the perfect setup. Use what you have. If you want to improve your life, don't wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The moment you decide to act is the moment your life starts changing. Even a small step today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. Another powerful truth is this: action eliminates fear. The more you delay, the bigger your fears become. But when you take action, even a small one, your confidence starts to grow. You realize that things are not as difficult as your mind made them seem. Confidence doesn't come from thinking, it comes from doing. So if you want to feel confident, take action again and again until it becomes part of who you are. Discipline yourself to act daily. Create a simple rule. No matter what happens, you will take at least one step toward your goal every single day. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be consistent. Over time, these small actions compound into massive results. This is how successful people build their lives, one action at a time every single day. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting. Stop doubting yourself. You already have what it takes, you just need to move. Force yourself to act when you don't feel like it. That's where real growth happens. That's where winners are made. Because in the end, the people who succeed are not the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who took action when others didn't. So right now, ask yourself, what is one thing you've been avoiding? Whatever it is, do it today. Not tomorrow. Not later. Today. Because your future is created by what you do now, not what you plan to do. Take action, stay consistent, and watch how your life begins to transform. The biggest lie you've been told is that you need motivation to start. You don't. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like a mood. Some days you feel unstoppable, and other days you feel like doing nothing. If you depend on motivation, you'll only take action when it's easy. And that's exactly why most people stay stuck. Winners don't rely on how they feel. They rely on what must be done. They build a system where action becomes automatic, not emotional. Let's be honest. Procrastination is not laziness. It's fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. But what most people don't realize is this. Not taking action is actually worse than failing. When you don't act, you stay exactly where you are. No growth, no progress, no change. But when you take action, even if you fail, you learn. And every lesson brings you one step closer to success. You need to train your mind to obey you. Right now, your mind controls you. It tells you when to rest, when to delay, when to quit. Flip that. Start giving commands to yourself. When your mind says, scroll social media, you say, work. When your mind says, start tomorrow, you say, start now. This is how mental strength is built. Not in comfort, but in resistance. Another key truth is this: clarity comes from action, not thinking. Most people waste months or even years trying to figure things out before they start. But the truth is, you figure things out by doing. You learn what works and what doesn't only when you take action. So stop trying to have everything planned. Start messy. Start unsure. Start afraid, but start. You also need to eliminate distractions. Every second you spend scrolling, watching random videos, or overthinking is stealing your future. Protect your time like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Set boundaries. Create a focused environment. Even 1 hour of deep, focused action daily can completely change your life within months. And here's something powerful. Action creates identity. Every time you act, you become the kind of person who takes action. You stop seeing yourself as lazy or inconsistent. You start seeing yourself as disciplined, focused, and unstoppable. Your identity shifts, and once your identity changes, everything changes. Remember this: nobody is coming to save you. No perfect opportunity, no magical moment, no external push. It's all on you. That might sound harsh, but it's actually empowering. Because it means you have full control. You decide when your life changes. And that decision starts with action. So build a simple habit. Act before you think. The moment you feel resistance, move immediately. Don't give your brain time to create excuses. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Start working, start creating, start moving. This simple trick can break the cycle of hesitation instantly. In the end, success is not about doing big things once. It's about doing small things consistently. Daily action beats occasional motivation every time. So stop waiting for the perfect feeling. Stop waiting for the right time. Force yourself to act again and again until it becomes your natural state. Look closely at your life right now. Everything you have, and everything you don't have, is a result of your actions. Not your intentions. Not your dreams. Not your plans. Your actions. This might feel uncomfortable to accept, but it's the truth. And once you accept it, something powerful happens. You stop blaming circumstances, and you start taking control. Because if your actions created your current life, then new actions can create a completely different future. One of the most dangerous habits is waiting until you feel ready. You will never feel fully ready. There will always be doubts, always be uncertainty, always be fear. But the people who win in life are not the ones who feel ready. They are the ones who act despite not feeling ready. They move forward with imperfect knowledge, imperfect skills, and imperfect confidence. And through action, they become ready. You need to understand something critical. Time is moving whether you act or not. Every day you delay is a day you don't get back. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Either you'll be proud that you started, or you'll regret that you didn't. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts for years. So the real question is, what pain are you willing to live with? Another truth most people ignore is this: success is built in boring moments. It's not always exciting. It's not always motivating. Most of the time, it's repetitive, quiet, and even frustrating. But that's where discipline is tested. Can you show up when it's boring? Can you keep going when no one is watching? Can you work when you don't feel like it? That's where real success is created. You also need to stop seeking approval. A lot of people don't take action because they're worried about what others will think. But the truth is, people are too busy thinking about their own lives. And even if they judge you, it doesn't matter. Their opinions don't build your future. Your actions do. So stop waiting for validation and start building your life in silence. Focus on progress, not perfection. Perfection is just another form of procrastination. You don't need everything to be perfect to begin, you just need to begin. Every successful person you admire started as a beginner. They made mistakes, they failed, they struggled, but they kept taking action. That's why they succeeded. And here's something powerful. Action builds momentum, and momentum makes everything easier. The first step is always the hardest. But once you start, it becomes easier to continue. That's why your only job in the beginning is simple: just start. Don't think about the whole journey. Focus on the next step, and then the next, and then the next. You are capable of more than you think. But you'll never discover your true potential if you stay in your comfort zone. Growth requires discomfort. It requires effort. It requires action. So every time you feel resistance, remind yourself, that's where growth is waiting. At the end of the day, your life won't change because you watched another video or saved another idea. It will change when you take action. Real, consistent, daily action. That's the only thing that separates people who dream from people who achieve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Every minute you spend hesitating is a minute your future slips away. The people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who wait for inspiration. They are the ones who move when it's hardest, when it's inconvenient, when it feels uncomfortable. Every step you force yourself to take builds momentum, and momentum is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when motivation fades. Your actions today shape the person you will become tomorrow. Every decision you make, every step you take, even the smallest ones, matters. Waiting for the perfect moment is an illusion. The perfect moment doesn't exist. Growth comes when you act despite discomfort, fear, or uncertainty. The people who succeed are not the ones who plan endlessly. They are the ones who start, who move forward, and who refuse to let hesitation control their lives. Momentum is built one step at a time, and every step you take reinforces your ability to act again tomorrow. Remember, action is not always glamorous. It's often repetitive, boring, and challenging. But it's in those moments, when no one is watching, when it's inconvenient, when it feels difficult, that character is built. Those who push through the discomfort are the ones who achieve lasting results. Discipline is developed in these small, consistent actions. Motivation may come and go, but the habit of taking action every day will carry you through any challenge. You must also learn to embrace failure as part of the process. Every mistake, every setback, and every rejection is feedback, not a reason to stop. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that the successful keep moving, learn from their experiences, and take new action despite obstacles. Each step forward, no matter how imperfect, strengthens your confidence and brings you closer to your goals. Finally, force yourself to act consistently, even when you don't feel like it. Start small if necessary, but start today. The longer you wait, the heavier the burden of procrastination becomes. Each action you take not only moves you closer to your goals, but also rewires your mind to become the type of person who naturally takes action. Over time, these small, deliberate steps compound into remarkable results, shaping your life into one of purpose, achievement, and inshallah, success beyond what you imagined. Action is the bridge between your dreams and reality. You can have the clearest vision, the best plan, and the strongest desire, but without action, nothing changes. Every successful person you admire started by taking one step, even when it was uncomfortable or uncertain. That first step is always the hardest, but it is also the most important. Once you move, momentum begins to build, and each successive step becomes easier and more natural. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Perfect conditions rarely exist. Life will always present challenges, distractions, and obstacles. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not luck. It's the willingness to act regardless of circumstances. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward despite fear. Every time you force yourself to take action, you strengthen your mind, build resilience, and develop the confidence to face the next challenge. It's also important to focus on small, consistent actions rather than waiting for massive breakthroughs. Consistency compounds over time. A small action today may seem insignificant, but repeated daily, it creates a habit that transforms your life. Imagine yourself 6 months or a year from now. Every small step you take now will have multiplied, producing results you could not achieve by waiting or overthinking. Finally, remember that the person you become is the result of your actions. If you want to be disciplined, start acting disciplined today. If you want to be productive, take productive steps now. Every choice you make, no matter how small, either strengthens your future or delays it. Force yourself to act, even when you feel doubt, fear, or discomfort. Your life will begin to change the moment you decide to stop waiting and start doing. One of the most powerful secrets to success is to act before you feel ready. Waiting for confidence, clarity, or motivation is a trap. These feelings are unreliable and fleeting. Action creates confidence. Action creates clarity. The moment you take that first step, you begin to learn, adapt, and grow. You discover what works and what doesn't. Every small step you take breaks the cycle of hesitation and strengthens your ability to act again. Distractions are your biggest enemies. Every time you scroll, procrastinate, or overthink, you steal precious time from your goals. Protect your focus like it's a treasure. Set clear boundaries, eliminate unnecessary distractions, and dedicate time each day to meaningful action. Even one focused hour of consistent effort can produce results that multiply over weeks and months. Your future self will thank you for the discipline you cultivate today. Remember, mistakes and setbacks are not failures, they are feedback. Every challenge you face teaches you something invaluable. The people who succeed don't avoid mistakes. They embrace them, learn quickly, and take the next step anyway. Courage is built in these moments. Confidence grows when you act despite fear. Momentum is created when you refuse to stop, no matter how difficult the path becomes. Small daily actions compound into extraordinary results. The habits you build now shape your identity. Each time you choose action over hesitation, you reinforce the mindset of a doer, a person who achieves, who grows, and who never settles for comfort. Your dreams are not fulfilled by thinking or wishing, they are fulfilled by doing, every single day. Finally, commit to yourself. Make a promise that no matter what, you will take at least one meaningful action toward your goals every day. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be large. It just has to be consistent. This is your moment. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Take one step, just one, and start building the life you've been thinking about. If you're ready to change, prove it with action. Subscribe for more powerful content, and remember, action is the only thing that turns dreams into reality.